It's supposed to work. Oh my God, I'm supposed to be on right now. Should have started a few moments before. Mm. Okay, I hope it's gonna work. Okay, Bezrat Hashem. Bezrat Hashem, Bezrat Hashem. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, die, die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, die, die. Die, die, die. Die, die. Die, die, die. Die, die, die. Die, die, die. יחד, 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 יחד. די, 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 די. Day, 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 day. Day, 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 day. Day, 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 day. Day, 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 day. Day, 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 day. Day, 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 day. Day, day. Day, 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 day. Okay, I'm gonna tell a story, and so whoever hears this, it's a very far out story. The first thing I want to do though is just that we should focus and daven for everybody, obviously, our learning together, for protecting Chayalim, for Shlema, for anyone, everyone who's gotten hurt, for all the hostages, please, please, miraculously, we need to get you home, all of you, whoever's there, please, God, please, God. And yeah, I heard a very, very powerful rabbi saying, why talk to this country and that country and governments and make deals? Ribono shel olam, ribono shel olam. It's like it's enough already. It's been too long. Please bring them all home. Please, we just need your help. We need your help. Please, we're trying our best. We're doing chesed and as many mitzvahs as we can, and we're davening and tehillim, and please, please, please answer all our prayers. Answer all our prayers. And my great son-in-law, my granddaughter's husband, Yonatan Yaakov ben Shulamit, and all his brothers who are also in the army in Gaza up north, wherever they are, Yotam and Moshe and Aaron, they're twins, B'nai Shulamit, and yeah, he's a chovesh, and he helped all the wounded get out of Gaza, back to the Gvul, and be taken care of in hospitals. And wow, so much to daven for, so much to daven for. And for Chaim Aiden Shalom ben Alta Brina Bas Rivka Bina should wake up and be healthy and be alive and well, and wow. And our best friend Sarah Leah Mazel Tov Bas Vega Mancha. And oh, all the people, everybody that needs to feel is everyone, everywhere. Wow, all our children should be safe, and we should be able to do this Melchemet mitzvah to mamish, get rid of Amalek, get rid of evil, and be safe, make Israel safe for the whole world, for Yidden all over the world. If Israel's not safe, we have to make Israel safe for all the Jews everywhere, all over, everywhere. Okay, maybe they, oh, Toby, are you trying to get in and you couldn't get in? Oh, so I sent it on the secrets. I sent it. Yeah, I sent it like a few hours ago, but it's there. Okay, good. Okay, great. Wow. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait for Toby to get in for one more minute. And but I'll just tell you how Shlomo started telling the story. It's a wild story. He says that the moon is coming out when God says goodnight to the world. When God is saying goodnight to the world, the day is ended and the moon comes out. And then when God says good morning to the world, the sun comes out. So this is amazing. Like, who hears God saying good night and good morning? And who hears? Wow, if he does it every single day and every single night, who hears it? So it says, all the Lamed Vav Tzadikim, they hear God saying good morning, good night. They know exactly when the moon's coming up and when the sun is coming up and the moon going out and the sun going down. And so there was this story about the Shinover. And if I didn't get it too mixed up, I think it's the Sansa's son. I could be wrong. We'll have to find out for sure. The Shinover, he's very young, and he's learning the Shulchan Aruch, and he's learning all the halachas, and he's mamish on fire. and he goes to the Triskarav. He goes to the Triskarav. There's Toby. There's Toby. Yay, 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 yay. Baruch Hashem. Good, 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 good. So you can hear me? Okay, I hope Toby can hear me. Okay, and so this story, I was just saying that the Shinover is a young guy that's really on fire for halacha and Shulchan Aruch, and he goes to the Triskarav, and he's there for Shabbos, and he thinks that the Triskarav is that they're not lighting candles on time, and he's screaming, Shabbos, we got a light. Now listen, the Triska Rebbe, he's really in tune. He wouldn't, God forbid, be Machal Shabbos. He knows when all the lights have to be lit and his holy Rebbitzin, and he just knows. So then the Shinover was so embarrassed that he had been yelling, and oh man, he runs out of there really, really quick because he thought, oh no, if did he embarrass the Triska Rebbe? And what's he gonna do? He could, oh my goodness, the Triska Rebbe could take away his Olam Haba and his Olam Hazeh. He doesn't know what to do. He was a nervous wreck all Shabbos. He goes home. He goes home and he tells his father, oh, you're not going to believe the mistake I made. I was screaming Shabbos, light the candles by the Triska Rebbe. And there's Franny. Franny's here too, good. And he doesn't know what to do. And his father, if it's the son, his father says, just write him a letter. Write him a letter. Tell him you're sorry. You didn't mean to embarrass anybody. And every time he's ready to write the letter, to sit down and write a letter, it doesn't happen. I don't know, gets interrupted, has to do this, that, doesn't write the letter, and it's not so easy for the letter to get there. They got to find somebody's going all the way to the Triska Rebbe, and to take someone that's honest and is going to get there, and it's a whole big thing. It's not just sending a WhatsApp. Anyway, he finally does write the letter. But the whole time, the Triska Rebbe knows what's going on. He's got Ruach HaKodesh. And he mamish is dying. He's mamish like he's an old man already. He's an old Rebbe, and his time has come. But he doesn't want to die until he gets this letter, because he doesn't want the Shinover to be so upset that maybe he's upset with him. And oh, wait, I didn't tell you the beginning of the story. The beginning of the story was, or maybe I'm mixing up two stories. Whoa. Yeah, this was it. That he wanted to go see the Triska Rebbe. He wanted to go see the Triska Rebbe. And yeah, there's definitely two stories that I'm probably mixing up. There's one story where a little boy of 9 years old, yeah, I mixed up two stories. I'm going to get it straight. There's one story where a 9-year-old wants to go see his Abba's Rebbe, and every time his Abba goes, he doesn't take him with him. And he's so sad. His mom is crying for days. And then yeah, it's two stories, two different stories. And the Rebbe that he wanted to see is mamish leaving the world. He's leaving the world. So he comes to him in a dream. Forget the letter, that's the second story. So he comes to him in a dream, and he says to this little boy, don't be upset with your father. Don't be upset with your father. And he teaches him and blesses him. And he says, when you wake up in the morning, you'll hear that I've left the world, but I didn't leave the world without giving you this special, coming to you in a dream right now, the night before. And he was such a special Rebbe that that he couldn't leave the world without making sure that this 9-year-old wasn't going to be upset with his father, just to make sure that he wasn't going to be upset with his father. And then the second story about the Shinover who the first story, I'm not sure which Rebbe it is, but now the Triska Rebbe, he's mamish asking every second, he's mamish like dying, and every second he's asking, where's the letter? Did the letter come yet? Did the letter come yet? Did the letter come yet? And the letter mamish makes it to him. They run to the Rebbe, they give him this letter from the Shinover that he apologized. And the Rebbe didn't want to leave the world without the Shinover knowing that mamish, that letter is in his hand. He didn't have time to answer it, but his Chassidim are instructed to tell the Shinover that he got the letter in time before he left the world. So these were just two stories about Rebbe's leaving the world and their Ruach HaKodesh. And wow. So there's so many things to give over. It's Parsha Shmos. We're starting a new book, and there's those Yidden kept their names. They kept their names in Mitzrayim. That's what kept them Yidden, that they kept their names. And it says also that wow, they were called by their names, but the way the pasuk is that it's in present tense. So it's like saying that, every generation we're leaving Egypt. It's not just those people that were there at that time and they left Egypt. All of us, every single year, we know this. Before we're getting ready for Pesach, when we get ready for Pesach, we're mamish leaving Egypt. We're mamish leaving Egypt in every single generation. And I was just listening to Reb Biederman right before I turned this on, and he said that you have to know that everything is from God. But like, please God, help us. I know there's miracles every moment. There's miracles every day, but we need really big Yeshua, mamish, big help, mamish, big help. And because we're fighting mamish evil. We're really fighting Amalek, and in every generation, you didn't seem to have to do that. In every generation, we're fighting Amalek and getting rid of evil in the world. Whoa. For everyone, for not just for us, for the whole world, for all of humanity. Okay, so let me just we'll go one Torah by Torah, one at a time. That names are prophetic. That when we're named, we're connecting our shamas to our roots. We're connecting our neshamas to our roots. So it says, God forbid, like a person who gets sick in an accident, whatever, and what happens is their soul and their body aren't in synchronicity. They're not, it's not working out between body and soul. And so it's like their batteries are running out. So they need a new name. They need a new name because the roots that they're rooted to, they need new ones. They need new roots. And we'll talk about Shvat also and roots, and because it's Shabbos Mavorchim for Rosh Chodesh Shvat. And okay. So God forbid, if someone is sick, even before they have a new name, just if God forbid someone is sick and you call their name and you go visit them and you're saying their name a person, mamash, can get better. And that's why we daven and we say their name and their mother's name, and we say their name. God knows who they are, even if we didn't say their name, but we're saying their name to connect them to their roots. And yeah, all the chayalim, they say, you daven for us. We need your davening. We need your davening. Toby, if there's if whoever is here, if there's anybody that I see that's here, and that's here and I don't see them, If anybody wants to say anything, please just unmute and say whatever you need to say. So I'll just tell you that there you are, there you are. Good. Okay, so there's a special thing also that when you say a person's name and you're davening. So we learned this, me and Ruvain learned this when two people have the same birthday, that when you go to visit them or when you're davening for them and taking away a 60th of their sickness, you can, like this thing about with the same birthday. So Ruvain and Eliezer ben Chana, this is our one of our best friends, Eliezer Zeiger, who's in California. And he's like Reb Yitzchak Ginsburg's right-hand man. And he had a stroke and he's not doing so well. But we write to his wife, Yael, and she said, keep davening, just keep davening, that they keep going because we're davening for them. So if anybody wants, can add that to your list, Eliezer ben Chana. Wow. Praying, when you pray with all your heart, you make God's presence in the world. You can mamish feel it. I'll tell you that going to the kotel. So for me, it's a mitzvah because I have to hear the doctor said that my husband has to walk more, and those steps are really good. Those steps are good. Going up, going down, those are good steps. Mamish good steps. But once I get there, gewalt. When you put your face right on the wall and you say all the names and we cry, and it's really hard to find a space because no matter what time of day or night, there are women lined up against the whole wall. You have to kind of wait your turn and sneak in, but it's such a comfort. It's such a comfort to be able to be right there and talk to Hashem and tell him everything. So this is a little bit too late, but it says that on New Year's Eve, it was a segula to ask for everything, because when they see how Yidden keep Rosh Hashanah and we ask for everything, and maybe if we didn't get it yet, we can still be asking, because we have nobody coming and saying, "Oh, you didn't do enough," and you have angels that maybe, God forbid, saying anything bad. So they look at the whole world, and they look at the whole world, how they're celebrating their New Year's Eve. But Shlomo said something good also. He said the whole world really wants a better world, and they make New Year's resolutions. And so it should be a better year. It's got to be a better year. We should see amazing things this coming year. We should see amazing things. I just thought of something when I said sometimes your old batteries, your body somehow, or your soul, or the connection between both, like the batteries run out, and that's why you might need a new name. One time it was the funniest thing. My granddaughter was so hyper all Shabbos. And by Shabbos Shidduch's time, my daughter said to her husband, "Oh, please take her down to the kotel. We're so exhausted by the end of Shabbos. Just you take her down." And he took her down. And right away, she fell asleep on his shoulder. And when he came back up, he said her batteries finally ran out. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I don't know if Nessie's here now. I don't know if she remembers, but it was the cutest thing in the whole world. So I'm blessing us that our batteries don't run out. And if we need somebody to call out our name, call us, and we'll call out your name. It says that wow, Rabbi Nachman says this, that wow, that every single person obviously is connected to different Torahs. Noah finally got here. Are you in Italy right now? You're here in Italy. You're in Italy.
I'm
So,
actually in Prague right now.
okay, okay, we're good, good, good. So it says that each one of us has a name that's connected to our mission in life also. Oh my goodness, my parents gave me the name Faith, and I took Emunah from that faith when I was like 15 years old, and I had met Shlomo, and then met all these yeshiva kids, and then I went to an Orthodox shul, and I couldn't tell them my name in English. It was actually Natalie Faith. It was my middle name. so, uh, so I took that Emunah, and yeah, and someone that was living in the Rova is going to start giving classes about Emunah, and I said I better take them. I better start taking some more classes about Emunah and get really to my roots. Rabbi Nachman says that when you give tzedakah, it gives you yira, like awe of Hashem, and then it opens up your heart to do chesed and to really serve Hashem. And so even if it's in different orders with tzedakah and chesed and serving Hashem, but we should be able to do it all at a time like this. At a time like this, we all have to be doing as much chesed as we can. And it was very far out because you want to try to figure out what's your war effort? What's your war effort? So I told Tamir to come learn with us tonight. She says, I think I'm going to go dancing. And I said, good. The wits have to go dancing as much as they can because the dancing is also sweetening all the dinim, all the judgments. So we have to dance. And there were Chayalim who wrote beautiful things. They said, I think that this was from Netanya because there were a lot of missiles in Netanya, and the whole city is freaking out. And the Chayalim said, no, 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 no. We want you guys to be celebrating because us Chayalim, we're fighting for all of you, but we don't want everyone to be sad. You have to celebrate. You have to think of things to celebrate about. And yeah, if anybody can make a siyum, whatever, and all the simchas that we're invited to, we better go and dance. And wow, wow. Okay, also at the end, I want to just tell you that now it's Kaf Dalet, so it's the Bala Tanya's Yortzeit. So I'll learn a little Tanya at the very, very end. And yeah, so that's very, very special. We lit a candle for the Bala Tanya. And Raphael Avitan, he also was talking about um, a big segula today because the Balatanya was like a malach. It said that he was the Sar Ha'alafim, that he was like the officer of 1,000 gates, of 1,000 gates. We should all be able to go through just our own gate. It was really funny. On Friday, we were going to go visit our daughters, and we had to make a bus. And my husband had to get ready and be on time. You don't mind me telling the story. But it was taking too long, and I ran out of patience. Some people ran out of batteries. I was running out of patience, and I freaked out. And then I said, I'm so sorry. I better listen to Shlomo. And I turned on Shlomo, and he's talking about going through gates. He said, if we can get through the 50th gate, Mamish, we're there. And that's what we're, oh, Gaval, when we were leaving Egypt, we were all the way to 49 below until we can get to the 50th gate. Good thing God took us out just when he took us out. And it said also in the Balatanya, heard that it says that it wasn't the Malach who took us out, it was God himself. He mamish fainted. That was the Balatanya. The Balatanya was so holy. So I turned on this tape, and so while I was waiting for my husband and trying not to freak out, and we made the bus. We were early. And so Shlomo was saying right at that very moment, he said, but when you get angry, I don't even know if we can get to the first gate, let alone the 50th gate. Anger is so hard to get through. And so I'm blessing all of us that when we get angry, we forgive ourselves and we keep going. And the reason why I like to be in the bus, we want to always be the first ones there to get the very first seats. Because when you sit in the first seats, you see all of Eretz Yisrael. It's like amazing. Like you don't even notice it took us 4 hours to get to the Golan, that Erev Shabbos, but it was like 5 minutes. It was so much fun. It was fun. You had a good time, Ruben. So we really had a good time. And there were missiles in Avnei Eitan, but not on Shabbos, just a few days ago. And I'm glad that I listen to the news and see the news all the time. So I called up my daughter right away and I said, are you okay? And they were okay. And Nessie's up there too. And they were all okay. They were all okay. But now it's a little bit scarier to think of going to the Golan. So, but we'll see. God willing, God's making miracles. God is making miracles. And so this is very beautiful too. It says that on Shabbos, we're reaching God on the level of God's name, on the level of God's name. I'm blessing all of us. I'm blessing all of us that even before we light the candles, we're all ready for Shabbos, and we don't have to be nervous. We light on time. It's even if we can light a little bit earlier, and that we mamish. There was one halacha that I learned when I first started learning Shabbos. I once gave a Shabbos class, and it said the first thing you have to do is check your pockets to make sure you have no mooks in your pockets before Shabbos. But it wasn't just checking for mooks, it was just checking to see if there are things that we have to get rid of, that we shouldn't be upset with anybody, that we have to be Shabbostic. And so I'm just praying that all children and parents are at peace, and all siblings are at peace, and all husbands and wives are at peace. And and that when we take in Shabbos, we're praying so much that whole world will know that God is running the world, because that's what Shabbos is all about. Us Yidden are the Adim that's telling the whole world that God created the heavens and the earth. God created, and we're the witnesses. Okay, also, so I just have to tell you that Shlomo talked about so many different things. He said that there's two kinds of angels. So I want to just tell you also, just to remind you, that if you haven't seen somebody in a long, long time, you could even make a Techiyas Hamet, a Machaya Hamesim, because I hadn't seen a friend like in a few years. Somebody I knew from Toronto, the Cape to Tzfat, and then now she lives in Avnei Eitan, where I went for Shabbos. And there she was. And I said the bracha of Mechaya Hamesim, because it says whenever you do a mitzvah, I probably told you this 100 times, you're creating malachim, you're creating angels in the world. But this is even deeper. It says that your friendship had angels, but the angels fell asleep when you didn't see each other for a long time, because angels have a mission. And if their mission was to be that to protect you with your friends, and then you didn't see this friend for so long, the angel really, really fell asleep. And so when you make this Machaya Mesim, you're waking up the angels of your friendship. And what a good bracha. So here, Shlomo was talking about two different kinds of angels. There's angels that help us all the time. They guard us and they help us, and they mamish, like they're really there for us. And then I don't want to say anything bad, but there are angels that kind of make life a little bit difficult for us. We have to thank Hashem for those kind of angels too. It's like angels of our Yetzer Hara. Like when you commit kaber, when you overcome your Yetzer Hara, you get higher and stronger and more powerful. And so those angels that are testing us, yeah, I guess they're testing angels. So we have to thank Hashem for them also, because if they're miniyot, they're obstacles, but we can get over those obstacles and make it, it's all good. It's all good. So I'm blessing all of us. We should give each other strength to mitgaber, to overcome, and whatever we're tested with. That it says that, like Hashem is the master of the world. People, when they're like the master, so oh boy, they could, God forbid, step on other people. God forbid, God forbid. When God is the master, he's lifting us up. He's lifting us up. He's lifting us up. So I'm going to tell you another story. This is another story. In the middle, Shlomo's always telling stories. So there was a chassid who was called to the Russian army, and he goes to his Rebbe, the Sfas Emes, and he says, listen, bless me that I get out of the army. And the Sfas Emes says, I can't bless you with that right now. I'm going to bless you to get a book on being a moil, and you should find a moil and learn before you go to the army, you have to become a moil. Oh my God. This young chassid, if he goes to the army, he's going to be there. He doesn't know how many years. And why can't the Rebbe just give him a bracha not to go? But if he told him to get a book on being a moil and he's got to find a moil to learn with, he better do it quick. He better do it quick. So he's in the army and he learned to be a moil. And he's in the Russian army. And he's got this general who mamish like calls him in one day. And like, he's really scared. And the general's asking him all these questions. I heard you don't eat all the food that the army gives you. He said, yeah, I keep kosher. I just eat like the vegetables. And really? You mean the czar is giving you food and you're not eating? And he's like really screaming at him. He doesn't know, she tell the truth, not tell the truth, but he's an honest boy. He just said, yeah, I'm keeping kosher. And then he said, whoa, I heard that you're trying to keep Shabbos in the army? And he's like really freaked out. He doesn't know if she tell the truth, not tell the truth. And he just like, I don't know. He all said, Ruach HaKodesh. She said, I'm just going to tell the truth. And he said, yeah, I'm in the army, but I have a God. There's the God of Israel. And I'm keeping Shabbos even in the army. And the general, don't tell anybody. The general is Jewish. The general is Jewish. I don't know how. He became a general in this Russian army. Nobody knows he's Jewish. Nobody knows. And his wife just had a baby. He has to find a moil. And he heard that this boy is a moil. And he just wanted to make sure that he's a real moil. And that he's keeping, because a real moil, you're only a real moil if you keep Shabbos and keep kosher. You can't moil a baby and make a baby Jewish unless you're keeping Shabbos, keeping kosher. And he says, okay, come quick with me. Wow. They mamish made a brit milah. And he said, this general, he said, now you're out of the army. You just go home and don't worry. You're never going to have to come back again. And what a miracle. And the Sfas Emes knew this whole thing. And if he hadn't gone, the poor general wouldn't have been able to have a brit milah for his son. He knew it all. So the boy went home. Thank God. Okay, if anybody has a chance to go to a Brit Milah in the near future, Pidgin Ben, any simcha at all, go for it, because all the gates are open. We have so much to daven for, so much to daven for. Now, this was stuck in the middle. I had so many notes from so many years that I read them all over. It took ones that really touched my heart. Shlomo once blessed us that when you meet somebody, you might smell their Shabbos from 5 years from now. This person doesn't keep Shabbos now, but you, mamish, are like smelling their Shabbos that they're going to keep. And it's just like, I don't know, that really had an effect on me, that Torah, that when you meet people, everybody's on their own level. And wow, I learned something else. I hope I'll remember it about being on everyone on their own level, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. It says also, Me'ein halom haba, like Shabbos is from another world, from another world. Yeah, I'm blessing us all. Like, it's really fun to teach on Thursday nights before Shabbos. And yeah, I really love it. I love it. I'll tell you that I'm thanking you ladies for coming right now tonight. I was like, I'm really so thankful that I have what to learn during the week. I'm transcribing, and my husband doesn't like when I listen with the earphones because then he can't hear Shlomo, but Shlomo wasn't talking loud enough. He doesn't know 30 years ago that we're making YouTubes out of him right now. I'll tell you that last year, I checked all the YouTubes. I wanted to learn something for Shvat, and I couldn't find anything. And this year, I just wrote Shlomo Carlebach, Shvat, and and I'm still doing it. It's taking hours and hours. Shlomo is talking for so long, but I'm persevering and I'm with it, and I'm still doing it. He said, because it's Shabbos Mevorchim, that the sign of Shvat is the deli. It's a pail. It's a pail that we're digging a well, and we're putting the pail in the well and bringing up the water, bringing up fresh, good water. And there must be more things about the Dli, but next time we'll learn more things about Shvat also. Wait, so I'll just tell you, one thing that Shlomo said that was so beautiful was that at his father's levaya, he was thinking that there were some fathers that left their children so much money and a big inheritance. And Shlomo shared this with us, and he wasn't ashamed at all. He said, my father left me something that was, he left me Shabbos. He left me Shabbos. That Shlomo's father gave him Shabbos for his whole life. And so Shlomo would bless us all the time. And when we give over Shabbos to our children, to those who don't have children yet, or those who already have children, or those who already have grandchildren, that when we share Shabbos, we're giving them over for all generations to last, that Shabbos should last, the Mashiach is coming for a long, long time. That every Shabbos should be so powerful and so good. The Slonimer always says that every Shabbos that you experience, that you live through, there's no other Shabbos exactly like that before or after. So when you're inside that Shabbos, it's the most infinite Shabbos in the world. It's the most powerful Shabbos in the world. And it's connecting you to God's name and connecting you to your own name and connecting you to why you're here in the world. Why are we here in the world? Wow, wow. It says that your name touches eternity. Wow. And so on Shabbos especially, there's so much light, beyond light, that it gives you koach to have a glimpse of why you're here and what we're doing here. And yeah, so when someone calls us by our name, it should wake us up to this infiniteness. And yeah, so then you're connected to this holiness that like the whole world was made just for me. Sometimes there are moments in our life and that you know that what you're doing is so important that it's part of why you're here, why God put you here. And nobody else can do it. That's what the Slonimer says all the time, that nobody else can do what you're doing. No one else can do what you're doing. Only you can do it.
Did Emunah leave?
I think her Wi-Fi cut out. And I think you're on mute.
Okay, good, good, good.
Okay.
David, and the internet worked, and then I didn't see that I was muted. Oh my God, there's so much technical stuff in this world. Okay, we're back. Yeah. So I was saying that the whole world was that no one should be jealous of anybody else because nobody else can do what I do, and I can't do what anybody else does. And God is mamish helping us do everything that we need to do. And well, it says also that we're all connecting with each other. We're connecting to each other's pain and everything that everyone's going through with this war happening. We can't even believe it's really happening. And wait, I'm going to just tell you one more little story, and then everyone can talk also. Oh, someone just named their kid Be'eri Rachamim, which is such a beautiful name. Be'eri is where, Elias Neshamas for everybody who left the world there. And this little baby is Be'eri Rachamim. There should be so much Rachamim. So the Ropshitzer was very funny, and he was a real Rebbe, a real Hasidic Rebbe. And the Misnagdim thought he was crazy. But listen to this. After davening, there was a Misnagid with the Ropshitzer. And the Ropshitzer, after they daven, they're all drinking a little bit and eating cake. And the Misnagid said, "What are you doing? When I'm with my fellow Misnagdim, after davening, we learn. We don't eat cake and drink." But the Rav Shitza said, "Listen, after we davened, we were all so broken. Oh, our neshamas, our hearts were broken after we davened. We davened so hard, and we're crying, and our hearts are broken. That if we didn't drink a little schnapps and have a little cake, oh, our souls would just leave our bodies. So l'chaim, 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 l'chaim." I like that story. When we were bringing up the kids and we were picking which shul we would go to, we went to the shuls that had the best kiddushes. And okay, so We have to pray for all the nations to join us to create a world that knows that God is running things, and there's a God in the world, that there's a God in the world. And again, if anybody doesn't feel so well, just mamash say their name and daven for them and daven for them. And wow. So, I said I was just going to learn just maybe one line from the Tanya. Just the one line from Tanya, Kaf Daled. It's Kaf Daled. And okay. Dichtiv ki yamod liyamin evyon lo'oshia mishufte nafsho. Hashem, he's standing at the right hand to save each one of us, to save him from that like the malachim that people are and other people aren't judging his soul. Yeah, so it says that when a person is judged, he has to be there has to be a presence of two judges. But also he's talking about the Yetzer Hara and the Yetzer Tov. So I'm blessing us that our Yetzer Tov will win out. And wow, because really it says, but just one more line, below Amru Zev Moshlim Chas v'Shalom, that we're all ruled by both the Yetzer Hara and the Yetzer Tov. But okay, I'm gonna learn it in the middle of the night. Tonight my Chavrusa calls me, and we're gonna learn the rest of it, and I'll share more with you next time. Remind me to share you about the yurtzeit of the Rebbe, what he's, wow. So he's a malach of 1,000 gates. I bless us all that this Shabbos we get through whichever gates we need to get through. And Noah, since I see you, you're right in front of me. I see you right here. So bless us from Prague. Whoa. What are you doing there? Let us know.
I came on a little trip with friends. We're going to the Maharil Shul tomorrow. We're gonna visit his kever.
Wow.
No, I had the greatest host this week. I was in Vienna. We traveled from Vienna to Prague. And my great grandfather is from Vienna, and he escaped Vienna in 1938, right as the Nazis were coming. And he left to Israel, but everyone else of his family, whoever was there, was or either killed. The only kever that we have left of the family is of my great grandfather. And I was able, we didn't really know where it was. No one has been back there except for my great grandfather when he was still alive. He went one time, years after he fled. And he remembered where it was, but he never talked about anything, and he didn't like write a lot of things down, so we didn't know so much. And my grandparents have been back and they tried to find the kever, and they never found it. And I was able to find it when I was there, and it was like the most incredible moment. I just was walking, and I was like, I'm just gonna explore. I'm gonna try and see. There's more databases nowadays, so it's a little easier. And I just like walked in. It was right there. It was the craziest moment ever. And it was such a big close to see that. And no one's visited the kever in at least 60 years, which is crazy.
Amazing.
And I turn around, and he's buried right near in the same cemetery in Vienna. There's tons of Rebbe's of Kapizhnitz and the Chokover Rebbe, and a lot of the Ruzhin has a lot of Rebbe's there. So it was just an amazing experience. So I'm taking that into Shabbos with me.
Emunah, you're muted. Emunah, you're muted.
Okay, good. Thank you. My internet's going nuts. Okay, Toby, share with us. I hope I doesn't get. I hope I don't lose you.
Good Shabbos, everybody. That's really amazing, Noah. Incredible that you're there and you found his cover. Um, um, Emunah, your mother's yard site was this week, Tuesday night and
Yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Kaf Bet, Teves, and Miriam Batsara Elka. And yeah, it was a
And
good year.
my friend
Yeah.
Neshama have an aliyah. And
Thank you.
yeah, it was my mother's yard site on the Gregorian calendar yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they're connected. Your mother and my mother are connected, and I hope
Wow.
my
And also
mother's
it's
connected to the yeah
the
to
Balatanya is
the
right now.
Balatanya. Yeah,
Is the yard site right now. Is the yard site right
yeah. So it's like tonight and tomorrow. Is that right? So so I get to give over a Devar Torah tomorrow at the State House, and
now. Whoa.
for the senators. And
Unbelievable.
so I'm just really listening carefully to what you're giving over. And one thing that it just struck me just now from what you were talking about is that the book is the Sefer of the Torah is Shmot. It's not called Exodus, right? It's not called
Right.
Yetziah or anything like that. It's called
The
Shmot,
names. Yeah.
right? The names. And so I'm thinking that we really can't get out of Mitzrayim unless we really know our name. That's what I'm thinking. And
Yeah.
you really, you were named, I can't remember their first name, but your name was your name Faith, and
Yeah.
and and you took Emunah, and now you really have to know what Emunah means in order to get it out of Mitzrayim, like to really live your life in that way that you're so connected to your neshama. And like Noah going to visit her great grandfather's kever, is that right? Your great grandfather, right? You're learning your name from being there, you're learning your name. And so I'm just thinking about that, like what that really means. And I haven't written what I'm going to say. I haven't written it, but that's something that I'm thinking about. I have to find a way to say that over to people that aren't Jewish, and and they're sitting there ready to start working on their legislation. I have to find a way to say that. So that's my exciting challenge. Um, But I was thinking, I don't know if I ever told you the story, but just quickly, the story about my name. So I know my father gave me my both names, Sipora Meira, Sipora Margalit, and but my English name is Toby Merrill, and I thought Merrill, that's like doesn't feel like me. No, it doesn't feel like me. Never did. So I decided I'm going to change my middle name to Meira. I always loved that name. But I thought if I'm going to change my name, I have to tell my father because maybe he'll get upset. So I said to my father, I had to change my name to Meira. Meryl just didn't mean anything to me. He says, well, that's wonderful, Toby, because you're named after your Uncle Mayer.
Whoa.
And I didn't know that. I
That's
just
great.
didn't even
That's great.
know that. I didn't really know that uncle. Maybe I met him once, but he was a very important part of my father's life. He and his wife, Mary, very, very important. Otherwise, I wouldn't probably be who I am today because my father really got a taste of Shabbos by going there for Shabbos and Yontif and learning how to daven and everything from his uncle. So I told this to Reb Sammy, Intrader. I told this story to him. He says, well, you know, the Yiddish for Meira is Merrill.
Whoa. So they did it right. They did it right. They did it
So they
right.
did it right, and that's my name. It's just it is my name, and I didn't have to change it.
Right, right. Because Mayor is Merrill. Yeah, yeah. That's
Isn't that
beautiful.
funny?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow,
So I
wow.
bless everybody that we really get to know who we really are on the inside. You know, we're Hashem's candle in this world, and this is mamish, like we just don't get how deep that is. I mean, how important that is, and how we have to really know who we are in order to get out of any stuck place that's keeping us from being truly who we are. So, good
Amen.
Shabbos, good Shabbos
Amen.
Mavorchim Shvat, and
Yeah.
may we all just be b'simcha. We have to bring
Amen.
us
Amen.
all out of
Amen.
Mitzrayim. May
Yeah.
Hashem bring us out.
Yeah. We shouldn't get stuck in an old story. We have new stories. We should be new. Okay, and yeah, next week we'll do more stuff about Shvat, because Rosh Chodesh Shvat. Toby, does it come out after Thursday? I think it might be Thursday. Well, I'll look it up.
I think so. I just let me look it up for 1 second.
And so we're getting together. We're getting together for Rosh Chodesh Shvat. That's so much fun. It's so much fun. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Yes, it's Thursday.
Hi,
It's Thursday.
Yes, that's really fun. So next week, I've got good Torahs. I'm going to finish this whole thing on Tu B'Shvat. And
hi, it's Franny and Hoovy. We're here.
Franny, you're here. Franny, good Shabbos. Please,
Good
I'm so glad
Shabbos.
you're here. I'm so glad you're here.
We've been listening.
Okay,
Very,
good. Thank
very
you.
wonderful. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Good Shabbos,
And give
everyone.
kisses and hugs to my best Hasidim are your kids. So give them hugs and kisses for me. Yeah,
Will
please.
do. Will do. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
A good
Definitely.
Shabbos, a good Shabbos
Good Shabbos.
Mavorchim. We should have good news and see miracles and yeah, everything good. Okay. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Good Shabbos. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.